SPM 2017, paper 2. We are given the triangle PQR and the straight line PT intersect with the straight line QR at point S. And point V lies on the straight line PT. It is given that QS is equals to 1 over 3 QR. QS over QR equals to 1 over 3, right? Which means QS is 1. QR is 3, SR will give you 2, correct? Now, second one, PR is 6x. So please label PR with the direction, then label 6x. Lastly, PQ, moving up, label with 9y. Expressed in terms of x, n, or y. Before we continue, I just want to let you know again, if you see the question use the word n or y, it means that your answer might be consist of x or y or both x and y. Vector QR, you can go through P, right? So your first step, it will be QR equals to QP plus PR. QP, we have to move back, so the vector will be negative. So negative 9y plus 6x. So with that, you get your first answer, which gives you the first mark. Next, we want to find PS. You can go through either Q or R. PQQS or PRRS. In my answer here, I refer to Q. PQ plus QS. PQ is already given, which is 9y. So in order to find this QS, we need to know what is QR first, which is negative 9y plus 6x. We have to divide the QR by 3. So in other words, we multiply the QR with 1 over 3. So we are going to get 6y plus 2x. 1 mark for your working step, 1 mark for your answer, 6y plus 2x. So if you look at the second questions, you are given two different vectors, PV and also QV. If you are given the extra vector which are the same, you can directly compare. But now they are different, so we cannot directly compare. I substitute the vector inside first. So my PV will give me M 6y plus 2x, which is this vector. And do you realize that this PQ plus QV equals to PV? So this is how I come up with this step. Okay, now I put the vector in. PV is equals to 9y plus n bracket x minus 9y. The PV we can get from the information given, which is MPS, right? So I substitute inside. So we already got the PS from the previous question, so we just replace it. I will get 6my plus 2mx compare with nx plus 9 minus 9ny. How I get this 9 minus 9ny? I factorize the y from here. Okay, until this step, we can compare x to x and y to y already. We compare side by side. So the coefficient for y, it will be 6m, and we compare with 9 minus 9n. And then coefficient of x, 2m, we compare with the n here. Okay, after we compare, we can substitute the 2m inside the n here to eliminate one of the variables. Then we get 6m equals to 9 minus 9 bracket 2m. With that, we were able to find our m. After we find our m, we substitute it back to find our n here, which gives us the answer. N is equals to 3 over 4. M is 3 over 8. That actually gives us the ratio between PV and PS. So PV is 3, PV is 3, PS is 8. 1 mark will be given once you apply the concept of resultant vector, so which means this first step. 1 mark is when you either compare the coefficient of x or coefficient of vector y. 1 mark will be given once you eliminate one of the variable by substituting. 1 mark for m, 1 mark for n. Okay, now let us look at the last question. Where h is a constant, find the value of h. The question already tell you from the starting, the PT is a straight line. So even though the question did not mention about it, actually question C is related to the concept of collinear. Then you have to think of parallel. So you have a few vector you can consider here. Either vector PV or vector VS or vector ST or even vector PS or vector PT. Of course, we have to involve vector PT in this case because we want to find a H, right? So we just need to compare with another vector. So in this case, I will choose PS because we already know what is PS, right? So if we look at these two vectors, one is PT, one is PS, they are parallel, right? But PS is shorter, correct? And we know that this PT, definitely it will be lambda PS. So the lambda can be in front, it can be at the back. Okay, so now our first step, we will compare. PT will be HX plus 9Y based on the questions. PS is 6Y plus 2X based on what we obtained just now. And then we can compare with lambda. H equals to 2 lambda and then 9 equals to 6 lambda. So firstly, we have to check back again the question 1 to find H. So in order to get a H, we find our lambda first from here actually. This one. Move the 6 to the other side, divide 9 divided by 6, you will get 3 over 2. Then after that, this 3 over 2, we substitute back here in order to find the H. That will give us the answer 3. Of course, this is how we do by adding the lambda. And you know that usually the question related to parallel or collinear, we always got two methods. One is adding lambda and compare. Another one is we directly read from the two vector. PT is equals to HX plus 9Y. Okay, the second vector we refer here is PS, right? PS is equals to 2x plus 6y. Since we know already they are parallel, then we should know the changes of x should be the same as the changes of y. So can you please tell me 6 to 9 we're supposed to multiply with what value?
3 over 2.
3 over 2 or 1.5, correct? You can just press calculator 9 divided by 6. So with that, we also understand that from 2 becomes h, we just have to multiply with 3 over 2. So that's why in your working step, you can also write in this way. 6 times 3 over 2 give you 9. So with this, we can make another conclusion that 2 times 3 over 2 give you h. That will give you the answer h is equals to 3. So 1 mark will be given once you compare. 1 mark, of course, your final answer. If you are using the second method here, 1 mark will be given, of course, when you multiply the 2 with 3 over 2. 1 mark is the answer.